Today, we're at the Northwest Wellbeing Hub in New Brighton, Liverpool. They've been using CELLER8 as part of their practice since the beginning of 2024. We're going to go inside, speak to the team and see what feedback they get from their visitors.
Hi Andy, mate.
Hello mate, how's it going?
Good to see you. Welcome to the Northwest Wellbeing Hub. Hi, my name is Dave Bolton and I am the founder and the director of the Northwest Wellbeing Hub here in New Brighton on the Wirral.
Why did you introduce CELLER8 into the Northwest Wellbeing Hub?
For myself, the reason why I brought pulse electric magnetic field therapy into this building, and certainly CELLER8, is that I like to research everything and I like to look for new therapies that are out there, not just for people with chronic illnesses to utilise, but for the general public as well, because I believe that prevention is better than a cure. And we should be investing in our health and not our wealth. So I went on a bit of a deep dive and was listening to a podcast about all different new therapies around the world, and pulse electric magnetic field therapy came up. And I had never heard of this, but it made sense that, you know, we have the quantum energy off the earth, grounding, I knew that, but I didn't know too much about pulse electric magnetic field therapy. So I went on down a rabbit hole and I thought, this is what I think would be a bit of a game changer within this facility. So I researched and I came across the company CELLER8, and I just loved everything they were about. I loved the fact that they had the mat, which provided the therapy, but they also had the control as well. And I'm ex-military, so I call the mat the general service weapon. So when I'm on there, that magnetic field, that torrid effect is affecting my body. But if I've got a major injury, which I have had with my shoulder, I get the sniper rifle, and that gets in there, which is double the strength of the mat. And brought it here, and the results for myself have been incredible.
How did it fit in alongside other therapies you offer?
So the CELLER8 is actually fitted in seamlessly within the facility. The fact that it is portable, it is a massive bonus. You can take it at home. I can, have it in work. But we've got our own room now, specifically for it's called the Energy and Light Room, CELLER8, and that's where we have 2 devices in there. But not just that, you can stack it. It's that portable. So I go into the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. We have 3 within this facility, and I can lie on it and get the benefits of the pulse electric magnetic field therapy, as well as the oxygen. And to be honest, I think that the pulse electric magnetic field therapy should be delivered before going into the CELLER8, and we're seeing massive, massive results with that combination before and after. We're doing a study at the moment with COPD. So when people come in with COPD, we had one of our workers, his mum tell, Mary came in and she had 75% oxygen within her blood. Usually it'd be straight to hospital, but we knew she had COPD and lung problem. I made the decision she couldn't use the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Why don't you try the pulse electric and magnetic field therapy and the red light while you're there? We then retested and it was back up to 94. So we thought there's obviously a correlation here, and we've found that when we're doing this with people with COPD and with low blood oxygen levels, once we put them on the PEMF, it's back up to 96, 97%. But I also take it under the red light. It's just an easy, portable, amazing contraption that, you get so much benefit from.
How has incorporating the CELLER8 enhanced overall offerings and services here?
By bringing CELLER8 into the facility at the Northwest Wellbeing Hub, it's actually increased our offerings of different therapies that we utilise within here. I would being honest, when we first brought it in, with people not really knowing too much about it, it wasn't being booked. So by doing social media posts, by speaking quite openly and telling people what it's about, people started to get a bit more inquisitive, a bit more, let's try that. And it's now one of our most popular ones back, especially with stacking it with the energy and light. So we do the red light, infrared light with the energy. So you get dual regeneration at the same time.
Was it easy to incorporate, and does everyone find it easy to operate and use?
It is very easy to use within this facility. As I say, some of the offerings that we do have here, like the hyperbaric oxygen therapy, it's an hour and a half out of time when you're putting it and it's out your day, especially for the staff and that, because you've got to use it when you're not in work time. With the CELLER8, you're straight on it and it works instantly. There's no pressurizing, there's no getting down to pressure. You're on it, and as soon as you hit that button on the mat and the controller, you're instantly getting the benefits of that PEMF, that pulse electric magnetic field therapy. It's easy to use and it fits in seamlessly.
Are there any common conditions and issues people use CELLER8 for?
With what we are, and with the Northwest Wellbeing, we do have a lot of people with chronic illnesses coming through this facility. And one of the big things we talk about is obviously inflammation within the blood. And by using the pulse electric magnetic field, certainly CELLER8, what that does is that separates the proliferation of the blood cells, which are coin rolls, which allows a better upregulation of oxygen. And that's why it links in really well with the COPD, because obviously those coin rolls, that swamp within the blood, should we say, by being on that magnetic field therapy, that torus magnetic field, just allows the electrons back into those cells to fire again, to get them working. So the proliferation in the blood is nice and separate. The oxygen can flow, the upregulation of nutrients. It's just an incredible piece of kit that works for those with chronic illnesses, but also with the general public, because you never know when you're going to get a chronic illness or an acute injury.
Have you seen any changes in business and clientele since introducing CELLER8?
We've actually seen an increase in sales and people coming through the door through to having pulse electric magnetic, certainly the CELLER8. Again, it's very quick and it's very easy. There are no side effects from it. You could actually use it all day, every day, but obviously that would cost a lot of money for people to come through the door. But we've seen a big uptake with people coming through the doors wanting pulse electric magnetic field therapy.
If someone is new, what can they expect from their first session?
I'd say when they come in, they're going to get a full introduction, as they do with any therapy, about the pulse electric magnetic field therapy. What they will expect is to be relaxed, to be calm. And then depending on what time of day, what the setting is, whether it's morning, it's afternoon or it's night, they're either going to feel really energized or really relaxed.
Do you have any standout client stories or case studies using CELLER8?
Well, actually, a big standout case for me is actually myself. So 3 weeks ago, I summited Kilimanjaro with the team for here. What I did was I took the CELLER8 sniper rifle, the controller. And what I did is I utilized that, because obviously the higher you get in altitude, the less oxygen levels that you have. So when we were at, say, 4,600 meters, our oxygen levels were about 86%. Now, usually that'd be straight to hospital, but it's due to the density of the oxygen up there. So what I did is every morning I would put the CELLER8 on my chest whilst I was in my sleeping bag, and I would monitor my levels. And what it showed was my levels were consistently higher than everyone else's around me. And the one day I didn't use it, it dropped by 10%. The next night I put it on and it went back up. So CELLER8 actually improved my oxygen levels on the mountain, and I believe it helped me successfully summit Mount Kilimanjaro, the 4th highest mountain in the world.
What would you say to anyone considering PMF for the first time?
Just do it.
So I'm Leanne and I am the head therapist here at the Northwest Wellbeing Hub.
How do you incorporate CELLER8 into your therapy sessions and the offerings here?
So we offer CELLER8 as part on its own, standalone, which people do often go for, but we also have it combined with red light therapy. And then we've also incorporated it into different packages, so you can have it mixed with an infrared sauna or contrast therapy, so hot and cold, or you can mix it with massage or hyperbaric oxygen. So we've combined it into everything that we've done, or we have it as a standalone therapy as well.
How do you find using and setting up CELLER8 for sessions? Is it easy or is it difficult?
The CELLER8's really easy to set up. It comes with the bag and everything, so it's really easy to store away safely. It's really easy to charge. You know when it's losing charge. It's really easy to set up and show other people how to set it up. It's great that it's really user friendly. It's got the different settings, and I can talk people through the settings. It's really easy to talk about the benefits as well. They're all on the website. It's just really easy. We just make sure the room is warm and the music is nice, and they're comfy.
If anyone is new to PEMF or PMF and red light, what can they expect from a session?
So I will usually meet with them first, have a quick chat through what they want from the session and what they're looking for. I will explain any benefits, go through any contraindications, anything like that. And then our red light room is in our garden outside. It's lovely and warm, there'll be nice music. And I will just it's what part of their body they want to use and everything. So, you know, if they need to get undressed, they'll get undressed, hang up their clothes, and then they've got a nice bed to lie on, and they will just then chill. It's got the nice alarm at the end. So when their session's finished, then they just take their time really and relax.
Do you have any standout success stories?
Yeah, so I have been using the CELLER8 with clients when they come in. A lot of our clients are having treatment for cancer and things like that, so they are experiencing pain. And I've had a client recently who was getting married and was having really, really bad back pain, like lower back pain. And he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to walk down the aisle. It was that bad. And when he was having his red light therapy, I just used, because he couldn't lie down for his therapy, so he was sitting up, and I literally just put the controller in his lower back. And for that 20 minutes, he found a massive benefit and was able then to have such a reduction in his inflammation and his pain. And they got married last week.
Does it help people who are coming in with cancer side effects?
Yeah, I think the main things are the reduction in pain and an increase in energy, so a reduction in fatigue as well are the main things that people are seeing and reporting.
What would you say to anyone considering PMF for the first time?
I would just say to be open and to just listen to your body, because when you use it, I think you don't feel an awful lot whilst you're using it other than relaxed. But it is really powerful, and I think it's more powerful than it feels. So just to be open-minded.